Why Jackie Chan's story matters. Have you ever wondered why some stories stay in our hearts forever? Why certain names inspire us to rise above fear, failure, and doubt? Jackie Chan is one of those names. His journey is not just about movies or martial arts. It is about resilience, discipline, and the courage to keep going when the world says no. Jackie Chan's life began in hardship. He was born into poverty, faced rejection, and endured years of strict training. Yet he transformed those struggles into strength. For English learners, his story is more than entertainment. It is a lesson in persistence. Just as Jackie practiced every day to master his craft, you too can practice English daily to master communication. Many learners feel stuck. They fear mistakes. They procrastinate. They compare themselves to others. Jackie faced the same doubts, but he chose action. He risked failure. He embraced discomfort, and he kept moving forward. His story reminds us that fluency in English, like success in life, is not about perfection. It is about courage and consistency. Imagine Jackie as a young boy, training at the Peking Opera School. The discipline was harsh, the routines exhausting, but he endured. He fell, he got hurt, but he stood up again. That is the same mindset you need when learning English. You will mispronounce words, forget grammar rules, or feel embarrassed. But each mistake is a step toward mastery. Jackie's breakthrough came when he combined martial arts with comedy, creating a unique style no one had seen before. He dared to be different. For you, daring to speak English, even when you're afraid, is the breakthrough. Your unique voice, your story, your effort will set you apart. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Start now, just as Jackie did. His journey into Hollywood was not easy. He struggled with language barriers, cultural differences, and rejection. Yet he kept learning, kept adapting, and eventually became a global icon. This is proof that language is not a wall. It is a bridge. If Jackie could cross that bridge, so can you. Think of English as your stage. Every word you practice is a performance. Every sentence you speak is a step closer to confidence. Jackie risked his life performing dangerous stunts to entertain the world. You do not need to risk your life, but you must risk your comfort zone. Speak even when you are scared. Write even when you doubt yourself. Jackie Chan's story matters because it teaches us that success is built on daily habits. He trained every day. He worked harder than anyone else, and he never gave up. For English learners, the same principle applies. Read one page daily. Speak one sentence aloud. Listen to one short story. Small actions, repeated consistently, create transformation. So ask yourself, are you waiting for the perfect time to start? Or are you ready to begin today? Jackie did not wait for permission. He picked himself. He created his own path, and the world followed. You must do the same with English. Pick yourself. Begin now. Childhood in poverty and struggle. Jackie Chan's story begins in the crowded streets of Hong Kong, a city full of energy, but also full of hardship. He was born in 1954 to parents who struggled to make ends meet. His family lived in poverty, and survival was a daily challenge. Jackie's childhood was not filled with comfort or luxury. It was shaped by scarcity and sacrifice. His parents worked tirelessly, yet money was always short. Jackie often wore old clothes and ate simple meals, learning early that life was not easy. These formative experiences taught him humility and resilience. For English learners, this is a reminder that beginnings do not define endings. Even if you start with little, determination can change everything. As a child, Jackie was full of energy, often described as restless and curious. But poverty limited his opportunities. His parents could not afford expensive schools or tutors. Instead, Jackie had to rely on discipline and the lessons of daily struggle. This is similar to many learners today who may not have access to advanced resources but still carry the dream of fluency. His family hardships forced him to grow up quickly. Jackie saw his parents sacrifice their own comfort to provide for him. He understood that success would not be handed to him, it had to be earned. This realization became the foundation of his character. For you, learning English requires the same mindset. No shortcuts, only consistent effort. Jackie's early life was also marked by separation. His parents eventually left Hong Kong to work abroad, and Jackie was sent to the China Drama Academy, a strict boarding school. This was not a place of play. It was a place of discipline, long hours, and hard training. Imagine being a child, waking before dawn, practicing until exhaustion, and repeating the same drills every day. The hardships of his childhood shaped his resilience. Jackie learned to endure pain, hunger, and loneliness. He discovered that strength is not built in comfort, but in struggle. For English learners, this is a powerful lesson. Fluency is not built in ease, but in persistence. Every difficult word, every mistake, every moment of doubt is part of your training. Jackie's formative years were filled with challenges, but they gave him something priceless: hunger. Hunger to rise above poverty, hunger to prove himself, hunger to create a better life. That hunger became his fuel. For you, hunger to learn English must become your fuel. Without it, progress fades. With it, every day becomes a step forward. His story shows that poverty is not the end. It can be the beginning of greatness. Jackie's hardships became his strength, and his struggles became his lessons. He turned pain into power, and scarcity into motivation. You too can turn your challenges into opportunities. Your lack of resources can become your reason to fight harder. Jackie Chan's childhood matters because it proves that success is not about where you start. It is about how you continue. He began with nothing, but he built everything through discipline and courage. For English learners, this is your reminder. Your background does not limit your future. Your effort today decides your tomorrow. Training at the Peking Opera School. When Jackie Chan was sent to the China Drama Academy, also known as the Peking Opera School, his life changed forever. This was not a place of comfort or play. It was a place of strict discipline, endless routines, and relentless training. Children woke before dawn, practiced until exhaustion, and repeated the same drills day after day. Jackie's childhood became a battlefield of resilience. The daily schedule was harsh. Students trained in martial arts, acrobatics, singing, and acting for more than 10 hours a day. Mistakes were not tolerated, and discipline was enforced with severity. Jackie learned to endure pain, hunger, and fatigue. For English learners, this is a reminder that fluency requires the same persistence. You cannot expect progress without daily practice and repetition. Jackie's body became his tool. He stretched, flipped, and fought through injuries, building strength and flexibility. His teachers demanded perfection, but what they truly taught was endurance. Every fall was followed by another attempt. Every failure was a lesson. This is the same mindset you need when learning English. Every mispronounced word, every forgotten phrase, every mistake is part of your training. The routines were exhausting, but they built discipline. Jackie learned that success is not about talent alone. It is about consistency. He practiced until movements became natural, until performance became instinct. For you, practicing English daily will make speaking natural. Reading aloud, writing sentences, and listening repeatedly will turn effort into habit. The Peking Opera School was also a place of community. Jackie trained alongside other children, forming bonds through shared struggle. Together they learned to support each other, to rise after falling, and to keep moving forward. For English learners, finding a community, study partners, practice groups, or online friends can make the journey less lonely and more powerful. Jackie's resilience was forged in hardship. He faced bruises, exhaustion, and strict discipline, but he never gave up. He discovered that strength is built in discomfort, not in ease. For you, stepping outside your comfort zone is essential. Speak even when you are afraid. Write even when you doubt yourself. Growth lives beyond comfort. The lessons Jackie learned at the Peking Opera School shaped his future. He mastered martial arts, acrobatics, and performance, but more importantly, he mastered himself. He learned patience, courage, and the power of persistence. These are the same lessons you must apply to English learning. Master your habits, master your effort, and you will master the language. Jackie's training shows us that discipline is the foundation of greatness. Without daily routines, without resilience, success is impossible. His story proves that even the harshest struggles can become the strongest lessons. For English learners, this is your call to action. Build your routine, embrace discipline, and let persistence shape your fluency. First steps into film industry. Jackie Chan's journey into the film industry was not glamorous at the beginning. He started as a stuntman, taking dangerous roles that few others dared to attempt. His early work often went unnoticed, hidden behind the fame of bigger stars. Yet every fall, every punch, and every risky leap became part of his training ground. Jackie was building persistence one stunt at a time. The film sets were unforgiving. Jackie was asked to perform dangerous moves without hesitation, sometimes risking serious injury. He was not given leading roles or recognition. Instead, he was the background fighter, the nameless stuntman. For English learners, this is a reminder that progress often begins in small, unnoticed steps. Speaking one sentence, writing one paragraph, or practicing alone may feel invisible, but it builds your foundation. Rejection was constant. Jackie tried to break into bigger roles, but directors often said no. His style was different, his approach unusual, and the industry was not ready for him. Many would have quit, but Jackie refused. He kept showing up, kept practicing, and kept learning from every failure. This persistence is the same quality you need when learning English. Mistakes will come, but quitting is never the answer. Jackie's minor roles taught him humility. He learned to observe, to study the movements of others, and to improve silently. He understood that every opportunity, no matter how small, was a chance to grow. For you, every English practice session is valuable. Even if you only learn one new word today, it is progress. Small steps create big results. His early stunt work also revealed his courage. Jackie performed stunts that others avoided, earning respect for his fearlessness. He discovered that risk was part of growth. For English learners, speaking in public or practicing with strangers may feel risky, but it is the path to confidence. Without risk, there is no progress. Without courage, there is no fluency. Persistence became Jackie's greatest weapon. He faced rejection, but he never stopped trying. He endured minor roles, but he used them as lessons. He risked injury, but he built resilience. This mindset transformed him from a nameless stuntman into a rising star. For you, persistence will transform you from a hesitant learner into a confident speaker. Jackie's first steps into the film industry matter because they show that beginnings are often humble. Success does not arrive overnight. It is built through rejection, risk, and resilience. For English learners, this is your reminder. Do not be discouraged by small progress. Every effort counts. Every practice session is a step toward mastery. Breakthrough in martial arts cinema. Jackie Chan's persistence as a stuntman eventually opened the door to something greater. After years of risking his body for minor roles, he began to attract attention for his courage and creativity. Directors noticed that Jackie was not just another stunt performer. He had charisma, timing, and a unique way of connecting with audiences. This was the beginning of his transition from background fighter to leading actor. The turning point came when Jackie decided to break away from the shadow of Bruce Lee. At the time, martial arts cinema was dominated by serious, intense styles. Jackie respected Bruce Lee deeply, but he knew he could not simply copy him. Instead, he chose to create his own identity. He blended martial arts with comedy, turning fights into performances that were both thrilling and entertaining. This unique style was risky. Many doubted whether audiences would accept humor in action films. But Jackie believed in his vision. He choreographed fights that looked dangerous, yet made people laugh. He used props, exaggerated reactions, and creative stunts to keep viewers engaged. For English learners, this is a reminder that your uniqueness matters. Do not copy others. Find your own way of speaking, practicing, and learning. Jackie's breakthrough films showed the world that martial arts could be more than violence. They could be art. His blend of action and comedy made him stand out in a crowded industry. He proved that success comes from daring to be different. For you, daring to speak English in your own style, with your own voice, is the path to confidence. Audiences loved Jackie's authenticity. He performed his own stunts, risking injury to deliver real experiences. This honesty built trust. People knew that when Jackie was on screen, they were watching something genuine. For English learners, authenticity is just as important. Speak honestly, even if your grammar is not perfect. Share your real thoughts, and people will respect your effort. Jackie's rise to leading actor was not instant. He faced failures, box office disappointments, and criticism. Yet he kept refining his style, improving his craft, and believing in his vision. His persistence turned rejection into recognition. For you, persistence in English practice will turn mistakes into fluency. Every attempt brings you closer to success. The breakthrough in martial arts cinema made Jackie Chan a global star. His films crossed cultural boundaries, entertaining audiences in Asia, America, and beyond. He showed that creativity and courage can build bridges across languages and cultures. For English learners, this is proof that language is not a barrier. It is a bridge to connect with the world. Jackie's unique style reminds us that success is not about following the crowd. It is about creating something new. He dared to mix action with comedy, and the world embraced it. You too must dare to speak, dare to practice, and dare to be different. Your journey in English will inspire others when you show courage and creativity. Global recognition and Hollywood entry. Jackie Chan's rise to global recognition was not a smooth journey. After years of success in Asia, he set his sights on Hollywood, a place where many international stars struggled to adapt. The Western film industry had different expectations, different styles, and a different audience. Jackie faced language barriers, cultural differences, and skepticism from producers who doubted whether his unique blend of action and comedy would work outside Asia. At first, Jackie's films in America did not succeed. His early attempts failed to capture the attention of audiences who were used to traditional action heroes. Hollywood wanted seriousness while Jackie brought humor and creativity. He felt misunderstood, and rejection followed him once again. For English learners, this is a reminder that adapting to a new language or culture is never easy. You may feel out of place, but persistence is the key. Jackie refused to give up. He studied the Western audience, learned from his failures, and adjusted his approach without losing his identity. He worked harder to improve his English, practiced communication with directors, and kept performing his own stunts to prove his authenticity. This persistence eventually paid off when he starred in Rush Hour, a film that combined his martial arts skills with comedy and cross-cultural storytelling. Rush Hour became a turning point. Jackie's chemistry with Chris Tucker created a unique dynamic that audiences loved. The film was not just about fights. It was about friendship, humor, and bridging cultures. For English learners, this is proof that language is more than grammar. It is connection. When you speak English, you are not just using words. You are building bridges between yourself and others. Hollywood recognition gave Jackie a new stage. He was no longer just an Asian star. He became a global icon. His success showed that cultural differences can be strengths, not weaknesses. For you, learning English is the same. Your accent, your background, your unique perspective are not barriers. They are part of your identity. Embrace them and let them make your English powerful. Jackie's struggles adapting to Western cinema remind us that success requires patience. He faced rejection, but he kept learning. He faced doubt, but he kept performing. He faced cultural barriers, but he turned them into opportunities. For English learners, every challenge is a chance to grow. Every mistake is a lesson. Every attempt brings you closer to fluency. The success of Rush Hour opened doors to sequels, new films, and worldwide fame. Jackie proved that persistence, creativity, and authenticity can conquer any stage. His journey into Hollywood is not just about movies. It is about courage. For you, courage is the key to speaking English confidently. Without courage, words remain silent. With courage, they become your voice. Jackie Chan's global recognition matters because it shows that no dream is too big. He started as a poor boy in Hong Kong, faced rejection in Hollywood, and still became one of the most recognized actors in the world. For English learners, this is your reminder. Your journey may be hard, but it is possible. Your voice can reach the world if you keep practicing and never give up. Pain behind the fame, injuries and sacrifices. Behind Jackie Chan's fame lies a story of pain, sacrifice, and scars that never healed. Unlike many actors who rely on stunt doubles, Jackie insisted on performing his own stunts. He believed that audiences deserved authenticity, even if it meant risking his life. Every leap from a building, every fall from a rooftop, and every fight scene carried real danger. His dedication to truth became his trademark, but it came at a heavy cost. Jackie's body became a map of injuries. He broke bones, dislocated joints, and suffered countless cuts and bruises. Some stunts nearly killed him, leaving permanent scars that he carried for life. Yet he never stopped. He believed that pain was temporary, but trust from the audience was forever. For English learners, this is a reminder that progress often comes with discomfort. Mistakes may hurt your confidence, but they are proof that you are trying. One of Jackie's most famous injuries happened during a stunt where he fell from a tree and fractured his skull. Doctors warned him about the risks, but Jackie returned to filming as soon as he could. His courage was not about recklessness. It was about commitment. He wanted his audience to know that what they saw on screen was real. For you, commitment to English practice means showing up daily, even when it feels difficult. Jackie's sacrifices were not only physical. He gave up comfort, safety, and sometimes even relationships to pursue his vision. Fame demanded discipline, and authenticity demanded risk. He chose to suffer so that his audience could believe in him. For English learners, authenticity means speaking honestly, even if your grammar is not perfect. People value sincerity more than perfection. The pain behind Jackie's fame teaches us that success is never free. Every achievement carries a price, and Jackie paid with his body and his health. Yet he transformed pain into power, turning scars into symbols of resilience. For you, every mistake in English can become a symbol of growth. Each error is a scar that proves you are learning, improving, and moving forward. Jackie's dedication built trust. Audiences around the world admired him not only for his skills, but for his honesty. They knew that when Jackie performed, it was real. This trust made him unforgettable. For you, building trust in English means practicing with consistency. When people see your effort, they will respect your journey, even if you are not yet fluent. His story reminds us that authenticity is more powerful than perfection. Jackie could have chosen safety, but he chose truth. He could have avoided risk, but he embraced it. For English learners, the lesson is clear. Do not hide behind fear. Speak, write, and practice openly. Your authenticity will inspire others, just as Jackie's courage inspired millions. Jackie Chan's scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of his dedication. They show that greatness requires sacrifice, and authenticity requires courage. For you, fluency in English will require effort, mistakes, and persistence. But each struggle will bring you closer to confidence. Each sacrifice will build your strength. Jackie Chan's philosophy of hard work. Jackie Chan's success was never built on luck. It was built on discipline, humility, and perseverance. From his earliest days in the Peking Opera School to his rise in Hollywood, Jackie lived by the principle that hard work is the foundation of greatness. He believed that talent alone was not enough. Without daily effort, without humility to keep learning, and without perseverance to keep going, success would fade. Discipline was Jackie's first lesson. He trained for hours every day, repeating the same moves until they became second nature. He understood that mastery comes from repetition, not shortcuts. For English learners, this is the same truth. Reading one page, speaking one sentence, or listening to one story every day may feel small, but discipline turns small actions into fluency. Humility was Jackie's second lesson. Despite fame and recognition, he never stopped learning. He listened to directors, respected his stunt team, and admitted when he made mistakes. He knew that arrogance destroys growth, while humility builds it. For you, humility means accepting corrections in English, learning from feedback, and remembering that mistakes are teachers, not enemies. Perseverance was Jackie's greatest lesson. He faced rejection, injuries, and failures, but he never quit. He kept moving forward, even when success seemed far away. For English learners, perseverance means continuing to practice, even when progress feels slow. Fluency is not achieved in a week. It is built over months and years of consistent effort. Jackie's philosophy of hard work teaches us that greatness is not about being the best. It is about being consistent. He showed that discipline creates habits, humility keeps you grounded, and perseverance carries you through obstacles. For you, applying these lessons to English practice will transform your journey. Discipline will build your routine. Humility will open your mind. And perseverance will carry you to fluency. His story reminds us that hard work is not punishment. It is opportunity. Every hour Jackie spent training was an investment in his future. Every hour Jackie spent training was an investment in his future. Every hour you spend practicing English is an investment in your future. The more you invest, the greater the reward. Jackie Chan's philosophy matters because it is universal. Whether you are learning English, building a career, or chasing a dream, discipline, humility, and perseverance are the keys. His life proves that success is not about where you start. It is about how you continue. Building a global brand. Jackie Chan's influence did not stop at the movie screen. Over time, he expanded his identity beyond being just an actor. He became a singer, a philanthropist, and a cultural ambassador. His voice reached audiences not only through action and comedy, but also through music and humanitarian work. Jackie understood that true success is not limited to one field. It is about using your gifts to impact the world in many ways. As a singer, Jackie released albums in multiple languages, including Cantonese, Mandarin, and even English. His songs carried messages of hope, discipline, and perseverance. Music allowed him to connect with fans on a deeper emotional level. For English learners, this shows the power of language and art. When you practice English, you are not just learning words. You are learning how to connect with people across cultures. Jackie also became a philanthropist, dedicating his wealth and influence to helping others. He built schools, supported disaster relief efforts, and donated millions to charities. His generosity proved that fame is not only about personal gain, it is about responsibility. For English learners, this is a reminder that your skills can serve others. When you learn English, you gain the ability to share knowledge, inspire, and help communities worldwide. His global brand was built on authenticity. Jackie never pretended to be someone else. He showed his scars, admitted his failures, and shared his lessons. This honesty made him relatable to millions. For you, authenticity in English means speaking with your true voice. Do not hide behind fear or comparison. Your unique journey will inspire others when you share it openly. Jackie's expansion beyond movies also made him a cultural bridge. He represented Asian cinema to the world, breaking stereotypes and proving that talent knows no borders. His ability to blend cultures through film, music, and philanthropy made him a global icon. For English learners, this is proof that language is a bridge. By learning English, you can cross boundaries, share your culture, and connect with people everywhere. Building a global brand required Jackie to balance many roles. He was an actor, a singer, a philanthropist, and a mentor. Each role demanded discipline, humility, and perseverance, the same values that guided his career. For you, building fluency in English requires balance too. Reading, listening, speaking, and writing are all parts of the journey. Each skill strengthens the other, creating a complete foundation. Jackie Chan's global brand matters because it shows that success is not about one achievement. It is about continuous growth. He expanded his influence beyond movies, proving that true greatness is measured by impact. For English learners, this is your reminder. Learning English is not just about exams or certificates. It is about expanding your influence, sharing your story, and inspiring others. Failures, criticism, and comebacks. Jackie Chan's journey was never a straight line to success. Even after achieving fame, he faced box office failures that shook his confidence. Some of his films did not perform well, and critics questioned whether his unique style could survive in a changing industry. Public doubt surrounded him, and many wondered if Jackie's career had reached its limit. These failures were painful. Imagine working tirelessly on a project, risking your body with dangerous stunts, only to see audiences walk away unimpressed. Jackie felt the sting of rejection, but he refused to let it define him. For English learners, this is a reminder that mistakes and setbacks are part of growth. A failed exam, a forgotten word, or a difficult conversation does not mean the end. It means you must try again. Criticism followed Jackie throughout his career. Some said his comedy was too light. Others claimed his stunts were reckless. Yet Jackie listened, learned, and adapted. He did not ignore feedback, but he did not let it destroy his vision. For you, criticism in English learning may come from teachers, peers, or even strangers. Accept what helps you grow. Ignore what discourages you, and keep moving forward. Jackie reinvented himself through persistence. When one style failed, he experimented with another. When audiences grew tired of repetition, he introduced new ideas. He blended martial arts with storytelling, added emotional depth to his characters, and kept surprising viewers. For English learners, reinvention means changing your methods when progress slows. If reading feels boring, try speaking. If grammar feels heavy, try storytelling. Adapt until you find what works. His comebacks proved that resilience is stronger than failure. Films that once struggled were followed by hits that revived his career. Jackie showed that persistence can turn doubt into admiration. For you, persistence in English practice will turn hesitation into confidence. Every comeback begins with the decision not to quit. Jackie's failures remind us that success is not permanent, and criticism is not fatal. What matters is the ability to rise again. He proved that setbacks are not the end. They are the beginning of reinvention. For English learners, this is your call to action. Do not fear failure. Use it as fuel. Do not fear criticism. Use it as guidance. Jackie Chan's comebacks inspire us to see failure as a teacher, not an enemy. His persistence turned rejection into recognition, and his reinvention kept him relevant for decades. For you, every mistake in English is a lesson. Every criticism is a chance to improve. Every setback is an opportunity to rise stronger. Jackie Chan as a mentor and teacher. Jackie Chan's journey was never just about his own success. As his fame grew, he realized that true greatness comes from lifting others. He became a mentor to young actors and stunt performers, guiding them with the same discipline and courage that shaped his own life. Jackie understood that the next generation needed not only skills, but also values to carry forward. Supporting stunt teams became one of Jackie's greatest missions. He built the Jackie Chan Stunt Team, a group of performers who trained under his guidance. These young men and women learned not only how to execute dangerous stunts, but also how to trust each other, work as a team, and stay humble. For English learners, this is a reminder that learning is stronger when shared. Practicing with friends or study partners builds confidence and trust. Jackie's mentorship was rooted in discipline. He demanded hard work, precision, and respect from his team. Mistakes were corrected, but never with cruelty, always with the intention to help them grow. He taught that courage is not about being fearless, but about acting despite fear. For you, courage in English means speaking even when you are nervous, writing even when you doubt yourself, and practicing even when you feel shy. His role as a teacher extended beyond stunts. Jackie often reminded his team that humility is the foundation of success. Fame may come, but arrogance destroys growth. He encouraged them to stay grounded, to keep learning, and to never forget their roots. For English learners, humility means accepting corrections, listening carefully, and remembering that fluency is a journey, not a destination. Jackie's mentorship created a legacy. Many of his stunt team members went on to become successful actors, directors, and performers. They carried with them the lessons of discipline, courage, and perseverance. For you, every English word you learn today is a seed. Plant it with discipline, water it with practice, and watch it grow into confidence tomorrow. His teaching style was simple but powerful. Lead by example. Jackie never asked his team to do something he would not do himself. He performed the hardest stunts, showed the deepest commitment, and proved that leadership is about action, not words. For English learners, this means practicing daily instead of only planning. Speak, write, and listen actively. Show yourself that you are serious. Jackie Chan, as a mentor, matters because he shows us that success is not complete until it is shared. His courage inspired others, his discipline shaped them, and his humility kept them grounded. For you, sharing your English journey with others will inspire them too. Teach a friend one word, encourage someone to speak, and you will become a mentor in your own way. Life lessons from Jackie Chan's journey. Jackie Chan's life is more than a story of fame. It is a blueprint for resilience, risk, and humility. His journey teaches us that success is not about avoiding pain or waiting for luck. It is about daring to take risks, rising after every fall, and staying humble no matter how high you climb. These lessons are not only for actors or stuntmen, they are for anyone chasing a dream, including those learning English today. Risk was Jackie's constant companion. He risked his body with dangerous stunts, risked rejection by creating a new style, and risked failure when entering Hollywood. Without risk, he would have remained invisible. For English learners, risk means speaking even when you are afraid of mistakes. It means writing even when you doubt your grammar. Risk is the doorway to growth, and without it, fluency will never come. Resilience defined Jackie's career. He faced poverty, rejection, injuries, and criticism, yet he kept moving forward. Every setback became a lesson. Every scar became a symbol of strength. For you, resilience means continuing to practice English, even when progress feels slow. It means rising after embarrassment, trying again after failure, and believing that persistence will carry you to success. Humility kept Jackie grounded. Despite global fame, he never stopped learning, never stopped listening, and never forgot his roots. He respected his team, admitted his mistakes, and stayed grateful for every opportunity. For English learners, humility means accepting corrections, learning from feedback, and remembering that fluency is not about showing off. It is about connecting with people sincerely. Jackie's story connects directly to language learning. Risk teaches you to step outside your comfort zone. Resilience teaches you to keep practicing despite challenges. Humility teaches you to stay open to growth. Together, these values form the foundation of fluency. Just as Jackie built his career on these principles, you can build your English journey on them too. His life reminds us that greatness is not about perfection. It is about persistence. Jackie's risks made him unique. His resilience made him unstoppable, and his humility made him unforgettable. For you, these same qualities will make your English journey powerful. Speak bravely, practice consistently, and stay humble as you grow. Jackie Chan's legacy in global culture. Jackie Chan's legacy reaches far beyond the screen. His influence on cinema reshaped the way audiences experience action films. By blending martial arts with comedy, he created a genre that was both thrilling and entertaining. Directors and actors around the world studied his style, learning that action could be more than violence. It could be art, humor, and storytelling combined. Jackie's creativity changed the language of cinema forever. His impact on martial arts is equally profound. Jackie showed that martial arts were not only about fighting, but about discipline, respect, and perseverance. He inspired millions to practice martial arts as a way of life, not just a sport. For English learners, this is a reminder that language, too, is more than rules. It is a discipline, a practice, and a way to connect with others. Education was another area Jackie influenced deeply. Through his films, speeches, and philanthropy, he taught values of courage, humility, and resilience. He built schools, supported learning programs, and encouraged young people to chase their dreams. His story became a lesson in itself, proving that education is not limited to classrooms. It is found in every struggle, every failure, and every comeback. Jackie's legacy inspires millions worldwide. From Asia to America, from villages to cities, his story resonates with people who face challenges but refuse to give up. He became a symbol of hope, showing that poverty can turn into success, rejection can turn into recognition, and scars can turn into strength. For English learners, his journey is proof that persistence leads to fluency, and courage leads to confidence. His influence also built bridges between cultures. Jackie's films connected East and West, showing that laughter and courage are universal languages. He proved that art can unite people across borders, just as English can unite learners across the world. His legacy reminds us that language and culture are tools for connection, not division. Jackie Chan's global impact matters because it shows that one person's discipline can inspire millions. His cinema changed storytelling, his martial arts inspired discipline, and his education efforts built futures. For you, learning English can become part of this legacy. Your voice, your story, your persistence can inspire others too, turning inspiration into action. Jackie Chan's journey is more than a biography. It is a mirror reflecting the values we all need to succeed. His life teaches us that risk opens doors, resilience keeps us moving, and humility keeps us grounded. For English learners, these lessons are not abstract. They are practical tools you can use every single day. Jackie's story is proof that discipline and courage transform ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. Think about the risks Jackie took. He leapt from rooftops, performed dangerous stunts, and dared to be different in his style. Without risk, he would have remained invisible. For you, risk means speaking English, even when you are afraid of mistakes. It means daring to write, daring to listen, daring to practice in front of others. Risk is the bridge between fear and confidence. Resilience carried Jackie through poverty, rejection, and injury. He fell countless times, but he always stood up again. His scars became symbols of strength. For you, resilience means continuing to practice English, even when progress feels slow. It means rising after embarrassment, trying again after failure, and believing that persistence will carry you to fluency. Humility kept Jackie grounded. Despite global fame, he never stopped learning, never stopped listening, and never forgot his roots. He respected his team, admitted his mistakes, and stayed grateful for every opportunity. For English learners, humility means accepting corrections, learning from feedback, and remembering that fluency is not about showing off. It is about connecting with people sincerely. Discipline was Jackie's foundation. He trained daily, repeated routines endlessly, and built habits that shaped his success. For you, discipline means creating a daily English routine. Read one page, speak one sentence, listen to one story, and write one reflection. Small actions, repeated consistently, will build fluency. Discipline turns effort into habit, and habit turns practice into mastery. Courage was Jackie's secret weapon. He faced fear, embraced discomfort, and kept moving forward even when the world doubted him. For you, courage means speaking, even when your voice shakes. It means practicing even when you feel shy. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act despite fear. Jackie Chan's story matters because it shows us that greatness is not about perfection. It is about persistence. His risks made him unique. His resilience made him unstoppable. His humility made him unforgettable. His discipline made him consistent, and his courage made him inspiring. For English learners, these same qualities will make your journey powerful. Now it is your turn. Jackie's lessons are not just for him, they are for you. Take risks in your practice. Be resilient when you fail. Stay humble as you grow. Build discipline in your routine. And above all, act with courage. Your English journey is your stage, and the world is waiting to hear your voice. Speak like Jackie. Live like Jackie. Jackie Chan's story is not just about fame. It is about discipline, courage, and persistence. His journey reminds us that greatness is built through daily effort, through risks taken, and through resilience in the face of failure. Now it is your turn to carry these lessons into your own life and your English learning journey. Take a deep breath and repeat aloud with me. I will work hard. I will never give up. Say it with conviction. Say it with belief. And let these words become your promise to yourself. Just as Jackie never stopped training, you must never stop practicing. Every word you speak, every sentence you write, every effort you make is a step toward your dream. Now, I want you to take action. Comment one English sentence about your dream. It can be simple, it can be short, but it must be yours. Share your vision with the world, because speaking your dream aloud is the first step to making it real. Your words matter, your voice matters, and your dream matters. Finally, if Jackie's journey inspired you, subscribe and share this story. Let others find courage, discipline, and hope through these lessons. Together, we can build a community of learners who not only study English, but also transform their lives. Speak like Jackie, live like Jackie, and let your story inspire the world.